Hey there, my fishing friends. Your favorite angling expert is back with another exciting forecast, and trust me, you'll want to hear this one. Today, we're talking about Friday, October 11th, 2025, and let me tell you, this day is shaping up to be something special for Irish anglers. We're looking at a fascinating mix of stable autumn weather and those crucial cooling water temperatures, exactly the conditions that ignite a serious feeding frenzy among our beloved predatory species. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have a rock-solid plan on where to cast your line, what gear to use, and how to maximize your chances for some truly memorable catches. Now let's talk tactics for our top species, because knowing where they'll be and what they'll bite on is half the battle won. First up, the mighty pike. Autumn is, without a doubt, prime time for these freshwater titans here in Ireland. They're in a full-blown feeding-up mode, trying to pack on weight before the real chill of winter sets in. With the light winds we're expecting, you'll want to focus your efforts on the deeper, more sheltered sections of our larger loughs like Lough Mask or Lough Derg, or perhaps the quieter, more wind-protected stretches of the River Shannon. Why there, you ask? Because those gentle breezes will still cause a subtle current, pushing baitfish into calmer, slightly deeper waters, and where the baitfish go, the pike will surely follow. My advice, friends, is to go aggressive. Large lures are your best bet. Think big, soft plastics, deep-diving crankbaits that mimic a struggling meal, or even a classic deadbait presentation on a float rig. Remember, they're actively hunting, so a bold offering can be irresistible. Next, let's discuss our beautiful hub-brown trout. These elusive beauties remain active in early October and can offer some excellent sport. With the water cooling, they'll be looking for comfort and food. Focus on areas with good cover, like along drop-offs, inside river bends, or around submerged structures in our loughs. They'll also patrol the edges of deeper channels. For tackle, a light spinning rod with smaller spinners or spoons can work wonders. If you're a fly angler, consider nymphing with weighted patterns or even wet flies, especially in the afternoon if there's any sparse insect activity. A simple worm or small minnow on a light float can also yield good results, especially when they're a bit more cautious. Moving to the coast, our hard-fighting bear, bass or beak are definitely worth targeting. October is often touted as a fantastic month for bigger bass, particularly along Ireland's south coast. Look for them around rocky marks within estuaries or along sandy beaches where currents can dislodge food items. Structures like submerged rocks or weed beds are key, as they provide ambush points for base. When it comes to bait, a good chunk of lugworm or peeler crab is often irresistible. For those who prefer lures, soft plastics and hard minnows are excellent choices, especially fished at dawn or dusk, or even into the night when larger specimens often venture closer to shore. Always check local regulations, as bass are a protected species here. And finally, for some reliable action, let's talk about perch. These opportunistic feeders will be schooling up and actively searching for food. You'll find them in calmer, shallower areas of our lakes or slow-moving rivers, especially around weed beds, submerged snags, or any structure that offers cover. They often concentrate in predictable spots. Light tackle is the key here. Small spinners, micro jigs with tiny soft plastics, or even a simple worm on a light float rig will produce bites. It's fantastic fun and a great way to guarantee some action. Now let's break down the conditions for October 11th, 2025, because understanding the why behind the bite is what makes us expert anglers. Weather-wise, we're looking at a pretty stable picture. Air temperatures will peak around 14 degrees Celsius during the day, dropping to a cool 8 degrees Celsius overnight. Crucially, the atmospheric pressure is expected to be high and stable, hovering around 1010 to 1011 hectopascals. Wind will be light, coming predominantly from the southwest or being variable at about 9 to 11 miles per hour. Best of all, my friends, no significant rain is expected. These stable, cool and dry conditions are generally very favorable. High pressure can sometimes make fish a little lethargic in very shallow, exposed areas, but it also means less wind chop and clearer water, which can concentrate fish in deeper, more comfortable zones. Regarding water temperature, the sea around Ireland in early October averages around 13 to 14 degrees Celsius. Inland freshwater systems will be slightly cooler, but generally remaining above 10 degrees Celsius. This cooling trend, transitioning from summer to autumn, is a critical trigger for many species. It signals to predatory fish that it's time to feed aggressively to build up their reserves for the approaching colder months. It's a natural shift in their metabolism, making them more active hunters. As for the moon phase, on October 11th, we'll be under a waning gibbous moon, about 75 to 80% illuminated, and it's about 4 days after the glorious full moon, which was the hunter's moon this year. Many anglers, myself included, firmly believe that the period immediately following a full moon can still be very active. The increased ambient light from the previous full moon often boosts feeding behavior, and fish might still be on an aggressive bite as the moon's illumination slowly decreases. So, what's the overall activity of the fish looking like? My friends, we're in for a treat. There's a general shift towards aggressive autumn feeding patterns. Predatory fish like pike and bass are definitely in a feed-up mode. Brown trout remain active and can offer excellent sport, and coarse fish like perch will be schooling and actively feeding. While the main salmon and sea trout seasons are winding down on many rivers by the end of September, some specific rivers still permit sea trout fishing until October 12th, so always double-check your local regulations. My clear assessment for fishing on October 11th, 2025 is good. The combination of stable high pressure, light winds, and those crucial cooling water temperatures, coupled with the energetic post-full moon effect, means fish will be actively feeding. Especially for our predatory species, this is a prime window to be on the water. So there you have it, my friends. Get your gear ready because this Friday, October 11th, 2025, is calling your name. I wish you all tight lines and ni foster, ni cheshui. May your nets be full and your spirits high. If you found this forecast helpful, do me a huge favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more angling insights, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out. And tell me in the comments below, what are your autumn fishing secrets? What big catches are you hoping for this weekend? Share your best tips and let's get a conversation going. Tight lines, everyone.